Well, lots of snow there. The snow not in our forecast just yet here.
No, not yet.
We've got weather of our own.
Yeah, we're on the opposite end of the spectrum this morning. Of course, we've had severe weather, rain, a lot of rain here in eastern Oklahoma, severe weather in central and south central Oklahoma. Some reported tornadoes earlier this morning south of Norman around Wayne, Oklahoma, Wanette, and a couple other spots had reported tornadoes earlier this morning as well. And we're going to have more coverage on that throughout the day. That line of storms continues to march into southeastern Oklahoma, so we still got to monitor that for a couple more hours. Here in Tulsa, getting on the back side of things now. So rain tapering off pretty fast. Still some trailing light rain, but the heavy rains have moved east of Tulsa. And hey, what is that? I see some blue sky on the Bartlesville camera. That's been in short supply for the last week to week and a half. That'll go away for now and then come back later, midday into this afternoon. We'll start to see some pretty quick clearing from west to east across the area. So finally, some sunshine, a little more substantial sunshine returns later today and also into tomorrow. All right, wide view on radar. Again, this line of storms pretty much east of the I-44 corridor. Highway 69 to Highway 75 to the east is where most of the rain is falling. Showers up the Will Rogers Turnpike, moderate to occasionally heavy, and then kind of the heavier downpours right around Pryor to Choteau as well, heading towards Salina. Some thunder and lightning at times. Here's the look at radar instead of looping it, just the still frame right now from Wagner, Fort Gibson Lake through Muskogee, down through Summit and Chieftain to Shakota. This is some really heavy rain here. It's a very narrow area, but right under it, it starts pouring in a hurry and the visibility drops. And perfect example, didn't look like that on Brandon's shots a few minutes ago. Brandon Wells is in Muskogee, and Brandon, looks like that, as we've seen with these heavy storms all morning, visibility dropping kind of quickly under that heavy rain.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Sometimes you can expect visibility down to a quarter, maybe even half a mile at times. Right now here on the eastern side of Muskogee, we're getting very heavy rainfall. Traffic seems to be taking their time and slowing down as these conditions warrant, Stephen. But overall, the main threat right now is just the heavy rain on the roads. Back to you.
All right, Brandon, appreciate it very, very much. Corey Quinton, you saw him on that radar image as well as far as his location near Warner. And kind of the same deal. He's just right about to get into that heavier rain where the visibility will drop off quite a bit this morning. And Sequoia's in a spot where we're still watching for the potential that this line of storms could intensify a little bit more this morning and produce maybe some strong to near severe level winds or hail. We haven't seen that so far, thankfully. Right now, it's mainly just the good rain that we still need with the drought conditions. But near and south of I-40, so from where Sequoia is on I-40 down to Eufaula, Crowder, McAllister, this line from here to the east, we still have to watch for the next hour or two that there's the potential that we could see a little bit of intensification as this moves into Haskell County, into Latimer County as well through about the 9 to 10 o'clock hours. So we'll be watching it closely. Again, midday, those rain chances quickly continue to push off to the east, and by this afternoon, well off into Arkansas, and that substantial severe weather threat will continue to our south and east, kind of near the Texarkana area, Arklatex region later on today. Sunshine returns midday into this afternoon. We're in the low 60s with some gusty south-southwest winds. Another front slides in tomorrow morning. There actually may be a little more rain to come early tomorrow. Not a lot. This would be very light, but some very light shower activity early tomorrow morning across far southeastern Oklahoma. That'll move out pretty quick. Then sunshine for our Wednesday, but instead of highs in the 60s, we're looking at highs mostly in the 40s, and it just keeps tumbling from there. Thursday morning is going to be a cold and breezy start. Thursday afternoon, we're only in the low 40s, and then let's advance this all the way into Friday. A few more clouds, lows in the 20s, and highs barely making it to the 40-degree mark Friday afternoon, even with some sunshine. So the cold air, we talked about this the last few days. Once the cold air starts to move in tomorrow, it's going to stick with us for a while. Look at the rest of the 7-day forecast through the end of the week, through the weekend, kind of breezy. Cold mornings, chilly afternoons, low 40s through the weekend. Next Monday, still a long ways out on this one, but we're watching the potential for some precipitation as yet another cold front surges in with some pretty cold air, actually even colder than what we have right now, that will likely sustain itself well into next week as well. So get ready. A long, cold stretch looks like it's ahead of us.